Hey gang, David Henry from Inspired Tennis. Hope you are doing well. Hey, listen, it's good to be back in front of the camera, but I am not back with Inspired Tennis. That chapter of my life is closed for the time being, has been for the last, 4 or 5 years, and it will be for the foreseeable future. However, I'm putting out this video as a favor for one of my friends, Daniel Shank from the, I'm just going to call it the Virginia Beach area. I know there's Virginia Beach, there's Chesapeake, there's Hampton Roads, I think is the name of the greater metropolitan area, but in my mind I have Dan tucked away in Virginia Beach, so that's what I'm going to refer to it as. But anyway, Dan is an interesting story how I met Dan. Dan and I have been friends now for several years. Dan actually purchased my Learn to String DVD from Inspired Tennis several years ago so that he could begin stringing rackets. He was playing and he knew he wanted to string. He found me online, purchased my DVD, and then via email and then phone and text and things, Dan and I have just became good friends over the years and have remained in contact. And when I was doing the Inspired Tennis gig, I was stringing for my local clients, and I was maybe putting on some replacement grips or some overwraps, or replacing out a grommet strip, things like that, but primarily just stringing. Okay, well, Dan has taken it well beyond what I did. I never had any sort of credentials or anything. I was a good stringer, but I never had any formal credentials about stringing. Well, Dan has taken it a lot further than what I did. Dan became, a few years ago, or maybe even several years ago now, Dan became what's called a Master Racket Technician, an MRT. That is the highest level of certification that you can get from the United States Racket Stringers Association. So basically it says you are a true professional who not only strings professionally, but also does a lot more. So Dan will do things like, custom grip work. He can do a lot of customization with lead to affect the swing weight. He's got a state-of-the-art, one of the best stringing machines out there from Wilson, and he's also got some other diagnostic equipment that he uses. He's got a great little workshop in his house that he does all this custom work for. So, I wanted to plug Dan and promote his business for two reasons. One, if you're in Virginia Beach area and you need a local stringer or racket customization, definitely reach out to Dan. Or, if you're not in the area but you want to send your rackets to Dan to have him customize them or string them and then ship them back, I know he will do that as well. And then the other reason is Dan has a Facebook page and a YouTube channel for his business. It's called String RX. The RX like a prescription. And so you'll find him on Facebook at String RX, and you'll find him on YouTube, String RX. You may find it as String RX LLC, Limited Liability Company, the official name of his business. But I think if you just search for String RX on YouTube or Facebook, you'll find him. And what Dan is doing, I think since I quit the Inspired Tennis gig several years ago, I don't think there's really anyone, I'm not as in touch with the tennis world as I used to be, but I don't think there's anyone really doing what I did out there, where, I would provide information about stringing and strings, and helpful information about which strings you should use, announcements about new strings that hit the market, and then of course probably the most famous thing that we did that got the most engagement was the string giveaway contest, where the manufacturers would give me free string samples and then I would dole them out to you, my loyal Inspired Tennis followers. And I greatly appreciated the following that you gave me and the time that I was able to do this Inspired Tennis gig. I don't miss it. Things have moved on. I've got a lot of great things going on in life, so I don't miss it, but it was a fun chapter of my life. But anyway, Dan is stepping in to fill that void. So Dan is going to put out a lot of good videos. He's done a lot already, and he's going to do more on Facebook and YouTube, about the same topics that I did: stringing, new string announcements, string reviews, and then but more. Dan goes a little bit broader in the tennis world than I did, and provides videos and information about other tennis related topics as well. And then Dan is actively working to build a subscriber base. And once that gets a little bigger, he will reach out to the string companies and see if they're willing and able to provide samples like they did to me in the past, and then Dan can offer string giveaway contests to you. So anyway, I just wanted to do this video for Dan and for you to let you know that there is a resource out there that I think would be very beneficial for you to plug into, to follow Dan on, like his page and follow him on Facebook, and then subscribe to him on YouTube, and then get a lot of good, helpful information from him. So that is all I have for today, gang. Thanks for checking in.